Hey friends, it's Grace. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to my annual New Year video. I love to put these videos up at the beginning of a new year to kind of reflect back on the last year and look forward to the new year. So obviously in this video I'm going to be talking about 2022 and everything that happened last year. It was a really big year for me and our family. If you've been following along, you know that. And also talk about some of the goals, hopes, dreams I have for next year. And yeah, that's what this video is going to be all about. It's sort of like a video diary for me to look back on, and also just a way to sorry, that's my dog. And also just a way to share my goals with you guys and kind of hold myself accountable in a way too. I'm going to start off by looking back at the goals I set last year for 2022 and see how I did on those. And then I'll talk about some highlights from last year, and then I will look ahead to 2023 and some goals and things I'm looking forward to. So let's look back at these goals. I will link last year's video if you want to hear more about any of these things. Okay, let's see how I did. I haven't looked at these yet, so I don't know. Goals and dreams for 2022. Goals, practical. Okay, so I had some practical goals. Drop the dream feed. Check, did that. Okay, we're off to a good start. Start getting up before Ivy. Yeah, didn't do that. I did that for a month. And then pregnancy just got me so exhausted and I started not sleeping well again. So I was like, okay, no, I'm gonna let that one go. Continue working out, eating well, and losing weight. I started out pretty good on this one, but again, being pregnant, I'm obviously not really going to be losing weight. I tried to exercise as much as I could. It's hard when you're not feeling great, and tried to eat pretty well, but I definitely had a very strong craving for chicken wings and gave into it quite a few times, so maybe I didn't do that great. But to be fair, when I set all these goals, I did not know I was pregnant yet, so they probably would have looked a little bit different if I had known. The next goal I had was to really settle into our new house, organize and decorate. Yeah, I feel like I did that. I think I definitely got into a nesting stage and got a little bit more settled in, although there's still always more that I want to do. Okay, my next goal for last year was to post one new video every other week. I mostly did that, I think. I think I did pretty well on the every other week thing. That was definitely a more manageable timeline for me than every single week. I definitely took a few weeks off when I had Calvin, but other than that, I think I did pretty well on that. Another goal was to start therapy and work through some personal struggles. I did do that. Yeah, I started therapy, and it has been really beneficial, and I feel like it's really helped me work through some things, and it's also one of the things that helped me find a way to bring a lot more happiness into this last year. Through that, I realized that I had been struggling with some pretty intense postpartum depression without really realizing it. And I ended up starting a medication for depression, and it has helped so much. I feel like I am the person that I've always wanted to be. And my last goal was to read more. I'd say I started out pretty well with this. I was really into a book series, and I read a good amount of books, but then it kind of tapered off as the year went on. Okay, so those were some of my goals, and then I had another section for last year that was my hopes and dreams. Let's see how these went. Starting to house hunt or buying a home? Nope, not so much. Just with the market right now and where we're at with having kids and financially, just not quite there. So we were still renting all last year, still are. Buy a minivan, check, we did do that. We bought a van and it is amazing. We call it the family rig, or Davis does at least, and it's the best. I am so into van life now. Trying for baby number 2 and getting pregnant. Yep, that happened before I even wrote this list. Last year when I was recording this video, I didn't know I was pregnant, and then I found out 5 days later, and I was like, ugh. So that was a big shock, and we didn't really have to try, it just kind of happened. But yes, that did happen. Keep growing my channel. Yeah, I'd say growth has definitely slowed down a bit, which is fine. I think things kind of ebb and flow, but it's, you know, grown a bit and I still really enjoy making content. With that said though, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love you to join our little fam here. And now we are going to talk about some highlights from last year. So the first one, finding out I was pregnant with Calvin. I believe it was January 9th, which is almost a year ago today, which is crazy that I found out I was pregnant. And I will say at first it was quite the shock, but looking back on it now, I feel like it definitely counts as a highlight because it was just such a big, like, monumental thing that led to so much happiness. We just love Calvin so much. He's so sweet. Another one was Ivy turning 1 and planning her first birthday party. That was so fun, and we had such a cute little party for her. It was Valentine's Day themed because her birthday is right after Valentine's Day. Another highlight was finding out the gender of the baby when I was pregnant and finding out he was a boy. We were just over the moon excited. We would have been really happy either way, but it's just so fun to have a boy and a girl, and then telling our family then what we were having too and our friends. That was super fun. A big highlight from last year was Davis graduating and finishing school. This was huge for our family. Since Davis and I had gotten together in 2015, one or both of us have been in school. And it's so amazing to finally have us both done. He's graduated now, he has a great job, he has his degree, and I'm just so, so proud of him. And it's been amazing just him having more time and us being able to do more things together. It's awesome. Another highlight was going to Sunriver to Davis with Davis. After he graduated, we went on a little trip there, just him and I. That was our first like trip together, just us without Ivy. And it was weird, but it was nice to just spend some one-on-one time. Another highlight was doing wedding flowers. If you guys didn't know, I have a small floral business. We did several weddings last year and they just turned out so beautiful. And it's a lot of work, but it is really fun and really satisfying in the end. Another highlight was just having a really happy and healthy pregnancy with Calvin. I just really, really enjoyed being pregnant this time around. He was such a wiggly baby in the womb, which was just so, so sweet. And I just felt like I really bonded with him like before he was even born, which was really special. And then of course, probably like the biggest highlight of last year was Calvin being born on August 26th. And welcoming him into our family, becoming a family of 4. And with that, just having another really positive birth experience. That was such a huge blessing. Anytime you're bringing a child into a family, it's just so beautiful and exciting. And yeah, that was a wonderful day. And then after that, you know, watching Ivy become a big sister was so fun too. And like getting to introduce him for the first time, it's so sweet and so special. She's really, really cute with him. And then the last highlights are just holidays have been super fun this year. Halloween, we dressed up the kids as Calvin and Hobbs. It's Calvin, you know? So Ivy was dressed up like a tiger and we dressed Calvin up like, you know, Calvin from the comic book, and it was so cute. And we took them trick-or-treating, and it was the first time Ivy had gone trick-or-treating and she just loved it. So that was really fun. And then Thanksgiving, of course, with both babies, was adorable. And Christmas this year was so much fun. I loved it so much. So those were some of the highlights of last year. And now I want to talk about the new year. We are now in 2023, which is kind of crazy. I feel like my internal clock kind of stopped in like 2020. But yeah, here we are, 2023. I have some more like practical goals here. Nothing like too out there crazy, but I just wanted to share them with you. So first goal for the new year is to potty train Ivy. She is so ready. I think she's showing so many signs of readiness. And I think when we start, she'll get the hang of it really quick. I mean, I hope. But it's just a matter of like dedicating the time and finding the time to be able to like really focus on that and do it. And just like get everything in order. I feel a little intimidated for like the whole process. So that's a goal we have. I think after she turns 2 next month is when I really want to like start on that. Another goal I have is to declutter and organize the house room by room. I've just been feeling kind of like overwhelmed and like overstimulated when at home, and I'm at home most of the time. So I'd really love to just take the time, and it probably will take a long time, but go through room by room and just kind of declutter things we don't need, donate stuff, throw stuff away, give it away, and really like organize things so it just feels better and feels less cluttered. I think that would do a lot for me, like mentally, just help me feel a bit more calm. Another goal I have is to work out and eat well. I'd love to lose some weight. Last year, at this time, you know, I've been working out for a while and I was like feeling so good and confident and healthy, and then I got pregnant unexpectedly. And that was really tough because I was like so close to my goal. And then, you know, obviously you gain weight with pregnancy. And of course I was happy to be pregnant, but you know how it is. So this year I really do want to make that a priority and a goal, and just get to a place where I'm feeling strong and healthy and confident in myself. With that, my goal is to work out at least 3 times per week. It's kind of tough finding the time with, you know, 2 kids, but Ivy kind of likes watching me work out or doing it with me, so that makes it easier. Another goal I have is to get out of the house more with the kids, whether that be something big or something small. I just feel like we are in the house a lot. Part of that's because it's winter and it's Oregon and it's rainy and cold, but especially as it gets warmer, I just want to find ways to get out more. Lately I've been looking into different like play groups and activities and stuff that we can do that are, you know, that are specifically meant for, you know, toddlers, young kids. And I have a couple things kind of lined up, so I would love to be able to do a weekly activity, like do one of those things at least once a week, like go to, you know, story time at the library every week so she can play with some other kids, or go to toddler time at like a local recreation center. I would love to do things like that more often, to get out of the house, to have fun with the kids, and to give Ivy the opportunity to like socialize with other little kids. Another goal that I have is to save money towards buying a house. Last year, just, you know, between buying a van and being pregnant and the birth, all those medical bills just ended up kind of being an expensive year. So this year I'd really love to focus on saving more. That's something we are working towards, you know, budgeting out things and working towards that. I would also love to read more. I have had that goal last year too. Now that I'm planning on going to the library with Ivy for story time weekly, I want to renew my library card. I have one from like years ago. I don't know if I even have it anymore. And I'd love to, you know, check out books for the kids to read, but also find books for me to read, because I really love to read. If you have any book recommendations, please leave them in the comments. The last goal that I have for the new year is I want to get back into going to church. With COVID and then with having like young baby, we just kind of got out of the habit of going to church, and I really miss it. And I'd like to get back into the habit of that. And then lastly, I just want to share a couple of things that I'm looking forward to in the new year. And honestly, none of these are huge things. I feel like last year, 2022, was the really big year with so many things going on with, you know, Davis graduating and having Calvin and everything. But this year, honestly, I really am just looking forward to spending time with my family as the 4 of us, and just making memories and doing fun things together. I am, of course, looking forward to Ivy's 2nd birthday. I've started to plan it, and I think it's gonna be really fun. And Calvin's 1st birthday. Their birthdays are just, you know, 6 months apart because they're 18 months apart. So we'll always have a fun birthday to look forward to. And then I am also just looking forward to, you know, the holidays. I am like obviously not ready to let go of the holiday season, but I'm excited for next year because they just get more and more fun every year as the kids can be more involved and engaged in it. But anyway, that wraps up my reflection on 2022 and my goals and whatnot for 2023. I'd love it if you guys shared in the comments like what are some of your goals for the new year. I'm excited to kind of update you in future vlogs and videos about how these things are going, and I just want to wish you all a happy new year. I hope it's going really well so far. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!